She'll Be Coming Round the Mountain is an old children's song dating back to the mid-1800s. Its current form was developed among the Appalachian mountain folk and spread to the railroad work gangs as a group song for calling back and forth. The words are essentially meaningless in themselves, but originated in a much older African American religious song that had great meaning to the slaves who joined in the antiphonal singing of songs of hope. She refers to the chariot of God coming for his people, and the driver will be none other than King Jesus. To an enslaved people, the lyrics had great meaning of hope and rescue from the misery of their lives as slaves. The song came to mind while reading about an incident in the life of King David. Remember that he was anointed as king by Samuel when he was a teenager, and then spent several years running for his life from Saul. At one point, he had asked God for direction and was hiding in the hill country of South Judah. Saul came looking for him, and while pursuing him, the text describes it as, Saul went on one side of the mountain, and David and his men on the other side of the mountain. 1 Samuel 23, verse 26. In this case, she was the army led by Saul who was coming round the mountain. Fortunately, God was protecting David. And Saul sought him every day, but God did not deliver him into his hand. 1 Samuel 23, verse 14. Just before Saul came around the mountain to catch up to him, he was called away to deal with the real enemy, the Philistines. But a messenger came to Saul saying, Hurry and come, for the Philistines have made a raid on the land. So Saul returned from pursuing David and went to meet the Philistines. Therefore they called that place the Rock of Escape. 1 Samuel 23, verses 27 and 28. David's hope was placed firmly in the hands of God because he couldn't get away from the army on his own. The African Americans who created the original song placed their hope in God as well because they couldn't escape their situation of slavery on their own either. Is our hope in God too? In listening to some of my brethren lament the current status of this country, I'm afraid they have placed their hope in the forces of this world. Do not put your hopes in politicians or political parties to fix this world. Don't misunderstand. I'm not saying political issues are irrelevant to the Christian. But ultimately, politicians and parties will either betray us or be proven powerless against our true enemy, Satan. Only God can rescue us from him. We had better be pinning our hope on God because his chariot is coming round the mountain to rescue the believers and destroy the unbeliever. Are you waiting for his chariot? I hope so, because it is coming round the mountain. Well, thanks for watching today's Morning Minutes in the Bible. Until tomorrow, this is James McClenny hoping you have a great day.